Many of you, along with all of us, in a state of shock. We woke up to this news this morning, learning these events that have unfolded here over the past several hours.
And we want to show you three faces right there. They are the story tonight. Fallen trooper Tyler Edenhofer and his fellow troopers Dallin Darris and Shad Roadcamp were both injured during a scuffle with a guy who was throwing rocks on the side of the freeway. The troopers were called out to the I-10 and Avondale Boulevard. They made contact with the suspect. An 8-minute fight ensued, and at some point during the scuffle, the suspect grabbed a weapon from one of the troopers and fired. Why Tyler? That is the question his fiancée has been asking since she heard the news. Their entire future gone in just an instant. And Trooper Edenhofer's mother also coming to the realization that her baby boy will not be coming home tonight. ABC 15's Angie Cayley is live in Avondale, where Trooper Edenhofer lived. Angie, what have you learned?
What a tragedy. He was quite literally serving his community, but he was murdered overnight right near Interstate 10, just miles from his home. A makeshift memorial is growing at DPS headquarters. People dropping off flowers and notes in honor of 24-year-old Tyler Edenhofer. Many of them didn't even know Trooper Edenhofer. They just know he had the desire to protect the people of Arizona, was on the job for just a few months, and died during a struggle on the side of the road. One woman we talked to brought her children to DPS headquarters to try to explain to them the sacrifice he made.
Any officer's life is tragic when it's lost. But I think it's important to teach them what these guys do on a daily basis and what they endanger their lives every day. And I think it's good for them to realize it and respect it. And I don't know, it just hits too close to home.
Now, Edenhofer was engaged, had his entire life to look forward to. And coming up at 6:30, we talked to another officer who was on duty last night who felt compelled to come pay his respects to this trooper. We're live in Avondale. Angie Cayley, ABC 15, Arizona.
Angie, thanks. Now to the investigation. We're now getting a minute-by-minute account of how this tragedy unfolded out in the West Valley. ABC 15's Justin Pizzera continuing our team coverage for us tonight. He's live at DPS headquarters in downtown Phoenix. Justin?
Good evening, Katie. We just got out of the press conference about an hour ago, and I can tell you that it was just really a sense of heaviness in that room as DPS troopers, the chief of police from Phoenix, other law enforcement agencies, the colonel of DPS filed into that room. I can tell you with heavy hearts. And Katie, you touched on this just a few minutes ago. You were talking about how Tyler was engaged. He had a whole life ahead of him. This was his last night of field training. He was a trooper for only 52 days.
Put me on that from Avondale.
Wednesday night, 10:17 p.m., the very minute lives would change.
Here's a pedestrian, last car rising east, 910 Northwest 130, black male, white shirt, throwing objects at cars.
Drivers started calling 911. Someone was throwing things at traffic heading east on I-10.
1454, I'm going out with him.
1454, what's your 1020?
Eastbound 10 Avondale.
One DPS trooper responded and within 60 seconds called for backup. Trooper Tyler Edenhofer and his field training officer showed up. The troopers and officers from Goodyear would fight the suspect for 8 minutes on the side of the highway. Somehow, 20-year-old Isaac King grabbed a trooper's gun and started shooting, hitting one trooper in the shoulder, killing Tyler. Today, Colonel Frank Milstead visibly shaken by what happened.
Quite shaken by the circumstances. It's been a long evening and morning, but I appreciate you asking, but I'm proud to lead.
The shock and loss of words still there, and there's no answers on why Isaac King would start shooting. He has a history of depression and anxiety and was on medicine, but has no criminal history. And you can see the memorial out here growing for the trooper. One of those just simply says, "You will be missed." But the big question tonight is, why did Isaac King open fire? There's really no explanation for that. They're still trying to investigate that. Colonel Frank Milstead said that this is still an ongoing investigation. They collected about 70 items on the side of I-10, but we can tell you that suspect, Stephanie, is still in the hospital tonight.
And our hearts are broken. Justin, thank you. Many of you have reached out to us asking how you can help Trooper Edenhofer's family. There is a GoFundMe page, and we have a link to that on our website right now at abc15.com. Steve?